Okay, you can't wear a blouse like this and not want to make guacamole. Of course you know that guacamole comes from avocados. I hope you know that. And avocados are tricky. You know, you're supposed to find them a little soft, but sometimes they're like a mystery vegetable. You cut them open and they're awful inside. So really, we don't know what this, I think it's going to be beautiful, but we'll see. It's soft and I think it is. So here we go. You just cut from its little umbilical cord thing. There's a little belly button there. And I just cut right through like that. Now here comes the, is it going to be good? It's really, really good. To get the pit out, you have to be careful, but I take my big French knife and slam it right on there, and then it just comes out. And then you got to take this off carefully because sometimes it's, there, that worked good. Then I'm going to peel. What I want to show you is how to cut up an avocado so it's pretty to serve on a plate, and then I'm going to wreck it to make the guacamole. So you peel the skin off, and when they're ripe, it comes off really easily. Like that. And I'm going to put it cut down on the cutting board. Do my other one too. With California right close here, we get avocados all year long, and I like to get them when they're not ripe and then just let them ripen. This has to be eaten right now. I have my 2 halves, and I'm just going to cut them in nice little even slices. Now, when you turn them over, you can take these slices and put them on top of a salad, or if you're going to just have them on the side as some yummy little vegetable that goes with, or fruit. I don't know what these are. You can put them on top of an omelet. That's always pretty. But see how pretty they are? But we're going to make guacamole, so I'm just going to take them, throw them in a bowl, and I'm going to take my knife and just cut. I like guacamole with chunks of avocado. I don't like it all beat up so it's smooth. I like to have those chunks. And when you're in Mexico, they have chunks in theirs. At least the restaurants we've eaten in. So I do it about like that. Then I'm going to add about a cup of diced onion. And about, I don't want that juice. This is about 3/4 cup of tomatoes diced. And then for seasoning, I'm going to use this. It came in this baby food jar. I got it in Puerto Morales, Mexico. I took a cooking class at the Mexico's little cooking school. And so I'm going to use, you don't get to use this because you can't get it unless you go to the cooking school. Nellie, shut up. It's hot, and so I add a little spices. I'm doing about 1/8 of a teaspoon. So since you can't have it, I just Nellie wanted to brag. You could put cayenne pepper, just like 1/8 of a teaspoon, to add some pop to it. And then I'm going to use, this is Cholula. It's kind of a taco seasoning. And I add about a teaspoon of that. You want that taco kind of, it's got onions and little pieces of stuff in it. About 1/4 teaspoon of Lowry's. And some salt. Oh, I know one thing I didn't have here. Lemon. We need lemon in guacamole. You have to. So I'm going to do the juice of a lemon. I don't want those seeds. No seeds. I would have, if I were organized here, I would have had this juice all squeezed out. I could have just poured it, but I'm a she. This is a juicy lemon. I'm just going to use the juice of half a lemon. Okay, now here's something I add that usually makes people cringe, mayonnaise, and I do 2 tablespoons, about 2 tablespoons. I love mayonnaise, and I get compliments on my guacamole, so I'm just going to mix that all together. Put it in a nice festive bowl to go with my blouse. Since we don't eat chips, I would serve this with, like if you look at the recipe for the giant zucchini donuts, you'll see that I had leftover stuff to dip my zucchini in, and I mixed it all together and fried this like a tortilla. Well, I cut that tortilla up and just made little wedges, put them in the oven to crisp them. Well, they're not real crisp, but these have a wonderful flavor and they will go great with the guacamole. So just go on the website and look for the giant zucchini donuts. If your kids have never had an avocado, work them into eating avocados by serving guacamole because they'll love it, especially on bread or as a side to a salad. It's one of the best tasting vegetables, but it has that little bit of a slimy texture that throws kids off. I remember I was in 4th grade the first time I had avocado, and it was so mushy, and my mom said, wait, keep tasting. And I let my tongue and mouth get past the mushy feeling, and there was that wonderful, nutty flavor. And so you can bypass that feeling by giving them this because it's got crunch in it, it's got stuff to pass that slime part. And then after you get them started on guacamole, they'll start wanting the avocado. Now, if your family doesn't like onions, don't put it in there. Or if they don't like tomato in their guacamole, don't put it in there. But a crushed up avocado with the taco seasoning, Lawry's, and a little Tabasco sauce or the cayenne pepper, and you've got a tomato onionless guacamole. And if that's what your family likes, then they'll like that. Let's talk about this pit. You know that you can put toothpicks in this and stick it in water and it's a pretty plant. But if you're a she, don't do it. A BO can do it, but a she can't, because what happens, it'll sit by your sink and the water, you'll get distracted with the million things that have to go on in a family, and it'll start looking really ugly. The roots are kiki looking, and then you'll let the water go beyond the roots, and then it starts drying up. And I've killed many a pit trying to make the plant like my mother did. My mom was a BO, so if you're a BO, you can do that, but I just throw the pit away.